It was working before. Come on. Here we go.
Hello. Welcome to the Entrepreneur University. What? I can't what? Oh.
Listen to this one.
I can do whatever I want. I'm the executive producer.
I did that on television. There was a technical error, and we had to start the show all over again. Nothing that I did.
Hello. Welcome to the Entrepreneur University, where successful entrepreneurs from Cincinnati, Columbus, and Dayton gather to share their learnings and experiences. Today we are going to have a very exciting show. We're going to discuss with a new business entrepreneur. We're calling the show Dreaming with Entrepreneurs. So you want to start your own business. I should mention that the Entrepreneur University is a program of my small business portal, where we also produce a weekly, twice a week, internet radio show, Let's Talk Small Business. Both the television show and the internet radio show are archived at my website, www.smallbusinessportal.us. If you have a question you'd like to ask during today's show, please email me, david@smallbusinessportal.us, and if I can't answer the question, I will ask our very distinguished panel to answer the question. And I'd like to introduce that panel now. From the Small Business Development Center, the Director, Bill Fioretti. From U.S. Bank, a small business banker, Roger Myers. Chris Stiers, an accountant, Stiers Financial Services. Tom Anthony, he's an attorney with Frost, Brown & Todd. And John Keel, he is an internet marketer, a traditional direct marketer, business improved results. Everything is always impossible before it works. That's what entrepreneurs are all about, doing what people have told them is impossible. That's one of my favorite quotations from venture capitalist R. Hunt Green. And with that spirit in mind, I would like to introduce Peggy Stookey. Peggy will introduce her new business venture. And good luck on your new business venture.
Thank you.
Legacy Connection.
Correct.
And you've been in business for 3 years now, but you came up with a new business idea.
Right.
Why don't you talk to us about that?
All right. Well, for the last 3 years, I've been a franchise advisor working with potential franchisees to walk them through the process of deciding on a business opportunity, researching the business, and then coaching them through some of the startup issues that come along in a new business. Through that, it came to mind that there was a lot of need in the community for a professional referral service within the small business community of Cincinnati. And the reason we came up with that is because I kept getting referrals from people who heard that I was doing this for my franchise candidates, but they had a small business, they needed an attorney, they needed an accountant, and so on. And so that's where the need came from.
Okay, very good. Why don't you share with us, and of course, it doesn't do justice to take 10 minutes, if you will, to describe your business strategy, but share with us the highlights,
okay.
And then we'll have our panel of experts ask you questions about your business plan.
Right.
And hope it will be a learning experience for you.
Oh, it's bound to be. First of all, David, thank you for inviting me, and thank you all for your expertise and what you're going to offer me today. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, Legacy Connection is 100% driven by the needs of the community, and the purpose or the long-term goals of Legacy is really to keep in tune with what's going on in the small business community and to react to that. So one of the first things that we're doing is putting together a small business professional referral service. So on one hand, we have a membership of small business owners, and people ask me all the time, what's your definition for a small business? My definition actually is no definition. If they consider themselves small to medium-sized business who needs access to the resource providers in my database, that's good enough for me. So on the other hand, we have our resource providers, or I also call them business partners. The business partners provide a product or a service. It might be an entity, it might be something like SBDC, it might be a chamber of commerce, it might be an accountant, an attorney, a marketing person who has something to offer a small business owner. So we really have the two populations, one with the need and one with the resource. And my job as the professional connector, and as Legacy Connection grows, the job of Legacy Connection is really to strategically put them together to solve problems that small business owners have.
Small business owners have problems.
Well, that's been a good learning experience. What are the problems of small business owners? And I tend often to call them roadblocks to success. Many times a roadblock can be something that would seemingly be very insignificant, but something that really takes a long time. One of the examples is in, John, I know that you see this all the time, in technology type issues. People who aren't real savvy in technology but have to use technology get stuck. So they might be working for hours and hours to figure out their QuickBooks. How do we get it to work? How is it going to be used by us? You know what? Making a simple call to a QuickBooks expert who understands and is willing to come to your home, your office, and work with you to teach you and then follow up can not only save you a lot of time, but ultimately a lot of money. So we're really looking to make strategic referrals based on the needs of the small business owner. Now, probably one of the things that you all are thinking is, well, what does the small business owner need? Sometimes those needs are obvious to them, and sometimes they're not. They might be obvious to everybody else around them. So we've designed assessments to go with the program that the small business owner will take an assessment. The assessment is designed to kind of dislodge some of the potential problems that they're having. Largely, we're looking at foundational issues. And when I say foundational issues, I'm talking about the things that almost every small business has to have in place before they can go out there and start selling their widget or their service. So we're talking about their legal entity, their accounting practices, their business plan, marketing plan, sales strategy, looking at all those things. I talk to people a lot about exit strategy. Before we even start, let's talk about exit strategy, succession planning. Those are some of the things that go into the building of a small business and having it be successful. So we're looking at the assessments. We're then consulting with our small business owners to say, this is what the assessment came up with. Let's talk about that. So I want to get to know my small business owners very well. I want to know what their challenges are day to day so that I can understand. Again, let's go back to the QuickBooks. They may not understand that that is being a roadblock for them. They may not get how much time they're spending on something because, you know what, they might not understand that it's really not that big a deal to have somebody come in and teach them. Okay? So it's part of this, we're talking about, that I've taken a very simple idea and made it complicated. Well, part of the reason that this is more complicated is because I am very dedicated to working with the small business owners on education, not just selling them a service. And that's the piece that probably has complicated this from your stand of just, reading through the business plan. It's really important for me to be able to educate the small business owner into kind of the thought of, we've all heard, the E-Myth thoughts of working on your business, not in your business. Well, what does that mean? Legacy Connection is really working with our small businesses to help them understand what it means to work on their business, identify where they are currently, where they should be ideally, and who do they need to know to get there. Because there's lots of things that need to be done, while they should be working on their business. Still got to have, the hamburgers still have to be flipped. The pages still need to be printed. The windows still need to be washed. Is that what the business owner should be doing? So we're working with them not only on introducing them to people when they understand the need, but we're helping to educate them so that they can kind of reveal the needs. Now, what does that do for our business partners or our resource providers?
I forgot about some of the great information that Peggy was talking about her business, Legacy Connection. And today, Legacy Connection is a thriving business. Peggy has grown it tremendously. But this was an example of an individual starting a business that she was very passionate about, very persistent. I was talking with Peggy from the very beginning of her thoughts and her ideas. And I honestly, and you heard her reference it a little bit, I didn't quite understand what it was that she was trying to do. And it took me some time, and each time I listened to Peggy, and I went to some of her meetings, and we had interactions. Actually, I have two more shows that I produced with Peggy. 60 days after we did that particular show, I invited Peggy to come back. Interestingly enough, none of the 5 people who were the experts, who are our mentors of entrepreneurship, did you get the different people that I assembled as mentors of entrepreneurship? I missed a pure technology person. Several of the people had a working understanding of what technology is and how important it is, but weren't pure technology folks themselves. And 60 days after we did that particular show, I asked Peggy, I asked all of the 5 people to come back again, and for some reason, none of the 5 could come that evening. It was very strange. So it ended up being an hour show with just Peggy and myself talking about it. I've got that show, a copy of that show, and then Peggy came back a 3rd time, and it was specifically designed that it was just going to be Peggy and I on that 3rd. It was the night or the day before she actually launched Legacy Connection. So it's a good lesson. Here was an individual that was starting a business, and the purpose of the business was to help by providing educational resources and information other businesses that were in existence. Interesting enough, now my purpose and the goals and objective of David's Barter community is to help businesses get started on the right foot. And I don't want to overuse that word help. I don't like that word when people use it to describe their business. More importantly than helping people, we are making available our social marketing, social network technology platform that has been instrumental in us starting a business and several businesses along the way, because as we see the power of a highly, very optimized, very Googleized landing page to sell and market a product or service, I'm continually adding to those with other ideas, and I'm forming partnerships with friends from my past and creating landing pages so that we can generate positive, profitable cash flow. And because it is positive, it's profitable because there's very little cost in starting a business this way. Very little cost. And I want you to take advantage of that social marketing, social network technology. And for 10,000 entrepreneurs who want to start a business, we are making our platform, we're making a landing page available, complimentary, no cost, for 50 days, so that you can test your business idea to see if you can create interest for that in an online world that we live in. If your particular business has to go offline, that's okay. Businesses are offline. But get it started online so that you can see how much interest you can generate in that business. It's a simple concept. 10,000 entrepreneurs will be able to take advantage. But to do that, you must go to davidsbarter.com. You'll go to a page that looks like this. Look for the red box. Fill out the 4 fields of information. It will take you 2 minutes maximum to fill it out, maybe 1 minute. And you will then, one of the things you do is you fill out an email address, and we're not going to email you. You'll only get 1 email from us, and it's an autoresponder responding to the fact that you signed up, you gave us your email address, we send an email to you, automatically it comes to you, to help us understand if you are a real person providing a real email address and not a robot, because we are going to any lengths possible and expending other resources, maximum resources, to create a community that is secure as we can possibly make it in the wild, wild west of cyberspace, and to make it as private as we possibly can. We operate on our own servers. We've got servers in the basement of this house. So we're going to great lengths to make that happen. And we want 10,000 entrepreneurs to take advantage of that. Also, we are looking for 10,000 mentors of entrepreneurship. And that information you can get by going to my landing page, one of my landing pages, davidsbarter.com/smallbizdavid. SmallBizDavid is my community username. It's the name I use on the internet and everything I do. And to that point, just today, just before I started today, YouTube asked me if I wanted to use my full name, David Leopold, on future YouTubes. And they gave me a choice of yes or no. I answered no to that question because it's not important that my name is David Leopold. It is important that SmallBizDavid is known as the creator and developer of David's Barter community, and SmallBizDavid visits on stickham.com 6 days a week, Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sundays at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. SmallBizDavid, I want to carry that brand. I want to carry that concept to YouTube. And if you go to my Google Plus page, and please go to Google Plus and sign up, go to Google Plus SmallBizDavid and become a member on my stream, so that not only will you get the information that I present in our broadcasts, either Stickham or YouTube, I also provide a tremendous amount of information from things that you'll never hear. But it's information important to business in general, to small business in particular. So register to become a member of the community. complete your complimentary community marketing profile. That's how people are going to find you in the community. 6 fields of information. None of it is private information. All of it is marketing information that you will want to use as many small business keywords as you possibly can to describe what it is you do, who you are, and what it is you do. You'll find those keywords by downloading a copy of my book. Complimentary, no charge. How do you answer these 749 questions about your small business? Download a copy of it. There are over 1,000 small business keywords in that book, very easily indexed for you in the book. Also, there's another 500 or 600, maybe 1,000 already, keywords that we have developed in the YouTubes that we do every day, because when we do a YouTube, we have to create tag words. Those tag words are equivalent to our small business keywords. We have succeeded in taking the process of starting a new business and simplifying that process, taking it to its very barest of essentials, a very optimized, very Googleized landing page, using the social network technology that our world is all about today. We make it easy for you to tell your Facebook friends by just share with a share button to share information with them. Your LinkedIn friends, your Twitter friends, your Google Plus friends, your Google Plus circles. We're taking the process of all these things and simplifying it so that anybody with a good business idea, an idea of a product or a service that will bring value to whomever purchases that product or service, and also will teach you how to demonstrate a return on investment value. Return on investment, resources expended. These are important concepts in starting a business today. And the big thing, and it's the most important thing that we do as a community, that small businesses collaborate with one another. So you're not in this struggle to start a business, the challenges, that there are other people there to work with you, to help you through your challenges as you help them through their challenges. And together, strong new businesses are started. Thank you for your time today. Come back tomorrow, Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Obviously, you can go to YouTube, SmallBizDavid channel, and see the look at any one of the almost 300 YouTubes that we have produced about small business, for small business. Thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow.